And we're going to try to have some mini waffles today. We'll see if it's working after this.
I think it's working.
Well, it's me. It's my fault. I shared a little meme that Facebook didn't like, and so I'm prohibited from going live for 23 days. And that
You're in Facebook jail.
That shut Facebook jail for 23 days. It was a cartoon.
You got in trouble with Facebook.
I got zucked.
God.
Good
times.
And I shared with Lauren what it was, and she knows.
It's benign and shouldn't have done anything.
Yeah,
but
I even lost my appeal. First time I've ever lost appeal in my life.
That's pretty funny. What a momentous occasion.
Momentous,
yes.
Yeah, momentous occasion.
Momentous occasion.
But yeah.
So we're doing a mini waffle. We've got
waffles.
8 minutes to talk about the things that are happening. And I want to say, so
Go have a sandwich.
the roundabout, it's open. 125 and 60 is open.
And here's what I didn't realize is that they opened up all those crossovers again. I didn't think they were going to do that.
I didn't think they were going to open all those.
I didn't either, but they're open again.
So here's I was pretty tickled, and I am not personally affected by the crossovers because I don't live there in that spot. So for me, the closing of the crossovers was awesome because it stopped the left turning traffic off of 60, which would often get you nearly rear-ended or slow you down or whatever.
Yeah, unalived.
Unalived, yes. Yeah. Weirdly enough, and so I was like, oh, crap. But I also understand there were people like our friend Laura Doherty who made her life a nightmare, right?
Right.
So I sympathized with them, but I in my own little petty world, wanted to not see it. But actually, it's not been bad since they opened up.
No, it hasn't. And, you have to think about that, too. The reason I thought they were going to leave them closed is because the drag race used to have to restart at 125.
Yes.
And now it doesn't. And so, you've got full acceleration from Seymour all the way to Springfield.
Yeah, full acceleration.
and nothing's slowing anything down except these left and right turning vehicles, which, creates the hazard.
It is a hazard. Well, and maybe this has created it has created different spacing in traffic. That would be
good point.
So because I've not noticed
it doesn't recompress the traffic.
So
there
maybe I don't know. I'm hopeful it's better. Well, it definitely is 100% better. There's no doubt about that. But I'm hopeful that maybe the left and right turning won't cause the problems that it used to cause.
And indeed, and I do like the fact that if you do have to go to Springfield, it's a few minutes.
It's a noticeably different drive.
It's a few minutes faster. To get there.
I will say it's a noticeably different drive.
And we do drive from this little office out here in Rogersville to our little office in Springfield a couple of times a day, usually back and forth. So it is
it's good. And I do like the way that they've done the roundabout below 125 now, or below 60 now, because it doesn't have curbs in it. It's a low concrete thing that they've done, which I'd say was very mindful of high schoolers and concrete trucks driving through there all the time.
Is that different than the one?
It is different because at Mill Street, it has a grassy, it's got like a buffer area, and then it's got a curb and grass. And this is just a very low, I think it's good. I think it makes sense.
So if
and
you run over the curb, it's not.
Yeah, and
not
for some reason, like your visibility seems better. It's really not. But it's just you're seeing a very smooth setup. I like the way that it looks. It's good.
So we've got the 3 dog bones now are at Mill Street, Marshall, and 125.
Rogersville, the raccoon and dog bone capital of the world. And the fastest growing population, apparently, in the whole state.
They are springing up like dandelions right around us here.
This is no joke. So I got the Facebook reminder that I have now lived here for 8 years, which is not longer than I lived in Springfield, not longer than I lived in Houston.
But a momentous occasion.
Nonetheless, yes. And it is pretty amazing when I start thinking about the Rogersville I moved to versus the Rogersville now.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
There was no dog bone then when you moved here, or was there?
There was a dog bone.
There was a dog bone. See, I can't even remember how long we've had that thing now.
It's been a while.
Wow.
I want to say that, there was a dog bone. I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, there's a lot of changes happening for sure.
I remember when there was not even a stoplight where the Rogersville dog bone, where the Mill Street dog bone is now, there was not even a stoplight there.
I don't remember the pre-stoplight days.
I remember that, yeah.
Because I often went to Springfield when I was a kid, and I always remember a stoplight.
Okay.
So you just here we go.
Here we go.
I remember when 60, I remember all of the changes of 60 in my lifetime that have happened because, like I said, we travel it so much. But I don't know. It's very interesting to me because I feel like we have this weird setup now happening where there's a lot of these people saying there's going to be a recession. There's going to be a recession. There's all these markers. It's happening.
Are we not already in a recession?
Yeah. And then at the same time, we're experiencing this just explosive growth in this area. And so where are we going to be in 5 years? That's where I keep thinking.
Well, we'll find out in November.
Yeah.
Though we weren't going to talk about that today.
Yeah.
And we won't.
Yeah.
But who knows? And I think to some extent this area has always been a little bit insulated from the highs and the lows that affect the coasts.
The numbers are house value wise, traditionally during recession times, this is a historical number, you see prices fall about 8% in the Midwest.
Yeah, which they very much more widely than that in other areas.
Like up to 40% in other areas, yeah.
And the same for the spikes too, I'm assuming.
Probably the same for the spikes too. You're going to see those huge increases although there were some pretty massive increases over the past couple of years. Yep. But it's going to be kind of wild to watch over the next couple of years. We're doing a mini waffle today, and I wish, obviously, if you could see in the future, that would be great. But I think it's just going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it sure is.
And it's changed rapidly in the 8 years that I've been here.
Yeah. So school started.
It's happening. Yep. School's happening.
Pay attention to your car line, how those are supposed to work.
Yes, car line's been going pretty smooth.
I've heard all the stories of all the interesting things that have happened with car lines so far.
Car line is always an interesting thing.
I have an insider report occasionally, and it's kind of fun.
Yep.
Where am I at?
What's happening? Is this a line? Am I in the right line? That's funny. So I actually saw Shelby the other day in Carline, and I had Max, our new dog, with us, and I'm trying to get him to see people and not bark at them. Nice. And he, Shelby's like, "Hey, it's some of mine," and Max is like, I was like, "Sorry." I'm trying to teach him to not bark. It's not working.
No, sometimes it doesn't. We have one that always barks at us, and he's known us for years.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay.
I think he's just saying hi. I don't know.
And we're in for a couple more days of hot, and then it's looking like some fall weather on the horizon. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
that's a mini waffle.
That's all we can do today.
That's all we got.
Places to go and people to be. But thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week, hopefully with a full show.
Hopefully.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.